Because when it comes to beaches in the UK, blue skies can't necessarily guarantee, but at least if you can see a blue flag, you can be sure that certain standards will be met.
And the blue flags for 2010 have been announced, and Colour Coats in Tyne and Wear has gained one. What impact, though, does the award have on British seaside resorts? Let's talk to Phil Lavelle, who joins us from Colour Coats this morning, and you've still got your parka on, so I doubt you'll be testing the water. Morning, Phil.
Hi, good morning, you two. I'm a bit too chicken to take it off, but it is actually quite warm here this morning. And look at that, blue skies and beautiful blue seas. It's absolutely stunning here on Tyneside this morning. And they're very happy here. They're happy because they've got 8 blue flags this year. That's 3 more than they previously had. They're doing very well in the northeast. But of course, with these situations, there are also going to be some losers. And particularly in the east and the southwest, they've lost this year. There are 2 fewer blue flag beaches there. So the question is, what does it mean for tourism? What impact does it have on people who live in these areas? I've been taking a look.
There's a lot to see in Bognor Regis this time of year. You've got the pier, the wildlife, the lovely blue sea, even Stavros Flatley, if you're lucky.
Say cheese.
Done. But one thing you will not see here, at least for the next 12 months, a blue flag, the benchmark of our beaches. Those behind the scheme are not convinced Bognor has what it takes this year.
To get one of these blue flags, coastlines have to adhere to the highest standards on several issues, things like safety, facilities, the way the beach is managed, and of course the crucial one, the quality of the water, because nobody wants to swim in a dirty sea. The problem is pollution can be caused not just by litter that's been left on the beach and washed out to sea. It could already be there. It could have come from over there, it could have come from over there, washed inland from wherever, from miles around, and that is completely out of human control.
Which is why the council isn't hugely overjoyed. Bognor Regis only managed to regain its flag last year, but now the tide has turned again. And it leads to the question, is the blue flag scheme fair?
But the real problem, it doesn't tell you what it's like today, because the blue flag is always retrospective on the year before. And if you remember last summer, it was very wet and the storm drains can't cope, and so they discharge straight into the sea.
Internationally, Spain and Greece tend to get the most blue flags. Our coastlines, meanwhile, can seem rather less inviting with the traditional British weather. But inviting people is what the likes of this man have to do to earn a living, and he's concerned about the forthcoming summer season.
There will be people wondering, people asking questions, but I would hope that the majority of people will realise that it was just probably due to a couple of bad days.
Speaking of bad days, this chap doesn't look too happy. Perhaps he's pondering the loss of the flag, but the hotel on which he sits is optimistic that the visitors will still come regardless.
It's early in the season now, but we're still really busy, and we will have a busy season. I don't think it will affect it one little bit, to be honest.
Last year, 40 million holidays were taken in this country, and with money tight for lots of us, that number could be even higher for 2010. The question is, how much will the gain or the loss of a blue flag impact where we go to relax? And will those resorts without them see their beaches quieter this year?
Well, that's obviously an issue for lots of seaside towns and villages across the country, or around the country, I should say. Let's introduce you to a couple of guests who've joined us this morning on this rather nice day. First of all, we've got Arwyn Jones from Keep Britain Tidy, who looks after this blue flag scheme, and Councillor Barry, even was going to call you Davison, from North Tyneside Council. First of all, Arwyn, I've got to ask you, is this fair? Because, you know, we heard in that report, this is done a year in advance, and it's done on one day.
Blue Flag's an international scheme. As with any scheme, it has to have some rules about how it's done. The water quality requirements for Blue Flag are very, very high, but it's not just about the water quality, it's about the overall standard of the beach, the facilities, the environmental education, and it's a real sign of quality. And today we're celebrating the quality of what we've got around our English coastline, the heritage it provides, but also it's part of our home. And this is about celebrating today the quality of what we have here.
Very, very briefly, it is possible, isn't it, to have a quality flag but not a blue flag?
It is. The Quality Coast Award is still a very high level of water quality, not quite as high as required for Blue Flag, but it's still a quality mark, and it's something we should be celebrating.
OK, very quickly, Glynis, presumably you're very happy because this will be good news for tourism this year.
We're absolutely delighted, yes. It's £240 million for tourism, creating 4,000 jobs in the area, so we couldn't be happier today.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations on your award, by the way. Thank you for coming down and joining us. So there are 72 blue flag beaches now in this country, a lot more than the first year that this scheme was announced back in 2002. There were 45 that year, but fewer than 2008. There were 82 that year. So this really does change depending on the year and depending on where you go. I have to say, that water, though, Does look very clean, does look very inviting. But if we do choose to go in, this jacket will be staying very firmly, tightly shut.
Thank you very much, Phil. Yes, in the true British way, you just roll up your trousers about half an inch, run in, run back out again.
The number of award-winning beaches in the northwest has doubled. Keep Britain Tidy has given 10 beaches awards, including Havering, Crosby, Southport and Blackpool South Beach.
Well, a quality beach such as this means that anybody visiting knows that they're going to have a quality experience, they're going to come to a nice, clean place, and if they don't, please let us know about it. And it's great for industry, it's great for local businesses, because actually last year we saw a 3.5% increase in the northwest in spend on people actually holidaying in this country. So if you've got great quality beaches as well, it's just really good news for the northwest.